Hey guys, it's Roy here from Marwelco12 and EpicDroid.com, and we're here today with a quick unpacking of the Nissa Genesis Mage Planeswalker deck from the Hours of Devastation set. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, we're going to see what's inside it, and we're going to do a quick highlight of some of the rares and the uncommons, and see what all we got going on here. So pretty much every Planeswalker deck comes with a couple of things. The first thing they'll have will be the Planeswalker card. And the Planeswalker card is always a foil, and it's a special one that is exclusive to that Planeswalker deck. It's typically accompanied with 4 other cards that are exclusive to that same Planeswalker deck. And this is probably my biggest thing I don't like about these, is the way that they package these in there. If you aren't really careful when you try to get them out, the lips that are here on the sides of the plastic will catch the card and it will cause some damage to it. But here we have the main card for the deck. It is Nissa Genesis Mage. It's a 7-cost Planeswalker. Starts with 5 loyalty. For the first ability, it's +2. Untap up to 2 target creatures and up to 2 target lands. So untap 2 creatures and 2 lands. For -3, target creature gets +5/+5 until end of turn. And -10, look at the top 10 cards of your library. You may put any number of creatures and or land cards from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Then we got our little deck box here, and this is where the cards are. And the nice thing about these deck boxes is they are made the right size, where if you put these in sleeves, that fits them perfectly, and it'll fit all 60 cards in there for you. And so the deck comes with the deck. We'll open that here in a second. It comes with 2 booster packs. We'll save those for another video here. We have a quick reference guide, just kind of goes through the basics of Magic. Then on the other side, you have all the phases of a turn and how you win. I'm going to look at that too closely. But then we have the introduction to the deck itself. So it talks about Nissa, and it tells you how to learn how to play Magic, where you can learn how to do it. It talks about Planeswalker cards. Has a nice little poster of Nissa there in the center of it. Then here it has some instructions about how to play the deck, how to boost the deck. It says, don't swap cards into the deck from your booster packs until you know how the deck plays and are ready to upgrade cards. That's why we're saving these for later. Then down here you have the deck description, what's all in the deck and what cards you can expect to find. And then here on the back, we have another poster with kind of a little background on Nissa and who she is, and some other things you can do there with Magic. Now for the part we've been waiting for, let's go ahead and open up these cards. So the first thing we have in here is our very first rare. It looks like we got all our rares up front. So the first one is a card here. This one is Reason. You scry 3, so you get a look at the first 3 cards in your hand. Put them back in any order. Once you've played that sorcery, you can put this and you can play this part from your graveyard. So this here is Believe. That ability is called Aftermath. When you see these cards like that, Aftermath you want to look for, and it tells you that you can play this from your graveyard. So look at the top card of your library. You may put it onto the battlefield if it's a creature card. If you don't, put it into your hand. So either draw or play a card. So next we have Bounty of the Luxa. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, remove all flood counters from Bounty of the Luxa. If no counters were removed this way, put a flood counter on Bounty of the Luxa and draw a card. Otherwise, add 1 uncolored mana, 1 green mana, and 1 blue mana to your mana pool. Then we have Nissa's Encouragement. Search your library and graveyard for a card named Forest, a card named Brambleweft Behemoth, and a card named Nissa Genesis Mage. Reveal these cards, put them into your hand, and then shuffle your library. So we got 2 of those, so that lets you find 3 different cards and put them into your hand. 2 of those being, well, 1 of those being a forest. So then we have our commons here. Got a couple of Feral Prowlers. I guess it's not all commons, because then we start with some uncommons. We got River Hoopoe. It's a 2-cost, 1 green, 1 blue bird. It's got flying. You tap it for 5 mana, you gain 2 life and draw a card, and it's a 1/3. Looks like there's 2 of those. We have Avid Reclaimer. It's a 3-cost human druid. Tap, add green or blue to your mana pool. If you control a Nissa Planeswalker, you also gain 2 life, 2/2. We've got some more uncommons. We've got Weaver of Currents. It's a 3-cost Naga druid. Tap it and add 2 uncolored mana to your mana pool, and it's a 2/2. I'm going to set this one off to the side. This Brambleweft Behemoth, that's one of the cards you can get with Nissa's Encouragement, and it's also a deck exclusive. It's 202 out of 199, so that's one of the ones you can only get in this set. We have Angler Drake. This is a 6-cost Drake. It's got flying. When Angler Drake enters the battlefield, you may return target creature to its owner's hand. Looks like we got 2 of those. And we got a couple more uncommons. So we have Spring. It's a 3-cost sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. And then the Aftermath, cast the spell only from your graveyard, then exile it. Draw 2 cards, and that's a 6-cost blue. So we got 2 of those there. So we got a couple of good cards in there. Let's run through them real quick, see if we can find all the deck exclusives, and set those off to the side. Alright, so it looks like those are our 5 deck exclusives. So first up we had Nissa Genesis Mage, then we had 201, so that is the Avid Reclaimer. Then we had Brambleweft Behemoth, so that one is a 6-cost elemental with trample and 6/6. Then we had Nissa's Encouragement, so we use that. We have 2 of those, so we can find Nissa, a Bramble Behemoth, and a Forest, and you can use that 2 times. And then we had Woodland Stream, which is just Woodland Stream enters the battlefield tapped, and tap to add green or blue mana. You can go ahead and you can get one of these decks for about $15 to $20 at your local game store, or if you want, you can order them on Amazon. I'll have a link in the video description down below if you want to order them from Amazon. We do recommend going to your local game store and supporting them because they do such an awesome job for the community and hosting all these tournaments and other things they do for us. But if you want it a little bit quicker, we'll have that link for you in the description down below. If this video has been helpful to you, please remember to give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you have any questions, please feel free to hit us up in the comment section down below. We'll answer those questions as we are available. And as always, just want to tell you guys thank you for watching, thank you for all your support, and you all have an awesome day.